Welcome back to Activity 6 video tutorials for the Unit 2 Databases unit, also known formally as the Unit 2 Creating Systems to Manage Information BTEC unit as part of the IT course. Now on this video we're going to look at how we can complete Activity 6b, or rather how we can create the second form required for Activity 6. Depending on how long the first form takes me, I'll then make a decision if I'm going to complete 3 examples on one video or if I'll need to separate the videos for each example so you're able to focus on one example at a time. This is the first form that I created on the first video that showed you how to complete Activity 6a, or the first form required for Activity 6. Now we can look at creating the second form. So this is an input form, not to add details but to check details based on what's already inside of the tables. So they want us to create an input form to check staff availability. Yeah, they tell you all this stuff. So they want you to be able to check staff availability based on the job role selected and the day that they would have selected. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. So they tell you after the job role and day have been selected, the form must display a list of the names of staff members who are available and the total number of staff available for the job role and also the day. Okay, so let us get started. Create, and we navigate to blank form. As always, I encourage you to name the activity that you're working on before you start to do other things. Okay. So they mention here we're only adding 2 things. The user should be able to select job role. They should also be able to select the day availability. So we'll use combo box. We'll put a title first and we'll put our instructions. So check staff availability. So a title based on what the form is going to do. That's an appropriate title. Instructions. Select the job role and their availability. I can't type anymore. To check staff availability. Okay, those are suitable instructions. So select the job role and day availability to be able to check staff availability. We'll change the font size of this to make it nice and clear and to make it look more like a form. Okay, if you wanted to change the color of your form, you could always go to form properties and, or rather normal properties. Property sheet, if we go on all and we're looking for format, and does it give us the option of background color? We'll find it. Here we go. You just need to be selected on your canvas. So if you wanted, you could do this. Okay, make it look a bit neater, and I can change the color of my text from black, and I can change it to maybe white. Or should I choose yellow? I'll go for this yellow. Right. For this example, we're going to create a subform. So this subform, it needs to be created in design view. Right now I'm in layout view. If you try to create a layout view, it does this. It doesn't give us the control wizard which we want. It all makes sense. Drag your canvas area. This will be very important. Then try again the subform. This should be enough for my subform. This is the control wizard that we wanted. It only comes out when you're in design view. I'll select use existing tables and queries. So what we want is when the user selects the job role and the day availability, it gives us the details, the staff member details for all the staff that are available for that day. So I'll add everything from the staff table. Then I'll click on finish, and this is what we have. I'm gonna go back to layout view. I just realized I have not yet created our combo boxes for the actual job role and their availability. So I'll type in the values that I want: Friday, Saturday, and both days. I click on next. I click on finish. The title of this will be select day availability. Next combo box will be job role, and that one we don't need to type out, we just go to the job role table. I'll select both the job role ID and the job role so that we're able to actually know what each job role ID means. Okay. There we go. And I'll change these to these 3. There you go. Sure, many of you are sighing a sigh of relief that you can actually read what's happening. Remember, you need to rename your input boxes. So instead of combo 18, I'm feeling lazy. I'm just going to rename it day input. I can't be bothered to type in availability. This one, job role dash input. You can rename the labels if you want as well. Okay, so the idea is if we go to form view and we select Saturday, we select security, it should only show me the details here of, you know, the actual staff members that are security and also available on the day that I've selected. Okay, so we go back to design view. I'm going to select my subform. So to know if you're selected on your subform, you have a yellow border around the subform. Now, access can be temperamental. This is what we're looking for, where there's a yellow border around, highlighted around all of your subform. That's what we're looking for. Then you go to the data tab. So these are the 2 important fields that we're working with: link master fields and link child fields. Link master fields, this is where you type the names of your combo boxes separated by a colon or semicolon. So mine, I named mine day input and job role dash input. I will put this in Notepad so you can see what I just typed. So Notepad, this is what I just typed. This is what I named my combo boxes. Okay, if you named yours something different, then the obvious thing is to actually name them what you named them. So we're trying to link our combo boxes to certain fields within this staff table. So we want to link child fields. So we're going to link our combo boxes to the corresponding fields from the staff table, exactly how they have been named. Yeah, so here availability has been named availability, job role has been named job role ID. So on link child fields, it needs to be in the same order. So on mine, I indicated job availability comes first. So when I'm linking the correct field, I need to type in job availability first. So I type in availability exactly how it's spelled. I put a colon. The next one is job role ID, and I click save. So now if I go to form view, you can already see something different. Yeah, I select Friday, I select security, it shows me the staff members that are available. We're nearly done. We're nearly done with this activity 6b for this example. So if I go back to design view, on the instructions they wanted us to indicate the total number of staff available for the job role and the day. So when we show the staff details here, which it's doing for us perfectly, we need to add somewhere here where it shows the total number of staff available. Yeah. The first thing we need to do, this is what we call datasheet view. This is similar to the view that you have in a table. We need to change this from datasheet view to continuous forms. So we go back to design view, and rather than selecting our subform this time, we want to click this little box here, not this one up here. Yeah, we want to select this one here. Then you're going to go to all, then you're going to look for where it says default view. Change default view to continuous forms. Then we're going to go to form view so you can see what this looks like now. Now it's looking like a form. Okay, is it showing everything that we need to show? Yeah, it's showing everything that we need to show. So it's now a scroll view. Okay, and this is perfectly fine. So I go back to design view, and I'm going to add a few things. There we go. So I'm going to open the form footer. Maybe I'll try in here. So I'm going to add a text box. And the label for this text box will be total number of available staff. Right, okay. In fact, we're going to move this in the form footer, folks. Okay, I go back to form view. So you see what happens when I'm scrolling through the different stuff. It has this box that indicates the total number of available staff for the day and the job role. Obviously it's not showing the number yet, but that's what we're going to do next. I'm just going to resize my form so that the next member of staff ID is not overlapping, because that doesn't look neat, and yes, you would lose marks for that. So I go back to design view, and I can do this, check if that changed anything. It didn't change anything at all. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is add the formula. So I'm going to type in equals sum open bracket square bracket staff ID. Why am I doing this? Because here we're going to sum the number of staff IDs that come up based on the job role and the day availability that we would have selected, which is exactly what we want. So if I go to form view now, sorry, we want count, we don't want sum, we want count. Yes, sum does a completely different thing. So we want count the number of staff IDs that come based on the criteria that we selected when we selected the availability and the job role. Okay, 3 members of staff. That's correct, because that's what we're getting before. I select bartender. Okay, this is now correct. So the last thing I can do is just to resize everything. So now I'll need to resize my form. I think this should be enough. Save. I go to form view. Okay, a little bit more. There we go. So I can clearly see the 2 different staff members, and it shows me the total number of available staff. For this example, this is how you do activity 6b, or the second form required. Now, based on the length of this video, I'm going to separate out the example. So I'll name this activity 6b part 1. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one.